Hello, Gemini. Welcome to Intuitive Gems. My name is Desiree, and I will be doing your money, wealth, finance, prosperity, abundance reading for the month of September 2020. I do apologize if you hear my fan going in the background. I live in Las Vegas, and it is 111 degrees today. So I have the fan going because it's just too hot without it. For the readings this month, I'm going to be using my white tarot deck. For clarifiers, I will use my Radiant Rider-Waite tarot deck. And then Gemini, I will close out your reading with a magical messages from the fairies oracle card. If this is your first time catching one of my videos, I do want to say welcome, and I invite you to subscribe because I do these readings each and every month. And I would love to share your money message with you. So let's get right into it, Gemini. Looks like you are going to have a pretty good start to September. What do we need to know for the sign of Gemini as it relates to okay. Money, wealth, finances, prosperity, and abundance for the month of September 2020. All right, Gemini, let me make sure nothing is cut off here. So it looks like you're going through a lot of changes, and sometimes, Gemini, you can be your own worst enemy. You know, you have to be careful with that. You have to be careful with some self-sabotage. That's what I'm getting. Especially as it relates to your money, as it relates to your financial wellness. Pay attention to that. But you are going to have someone showing up to help you. I can see that here. But let's go ahead and start here. We have the Six of Wands, Justice, Death, King of Swords, the Devil, and the Knight of Cups, all in the upright position. So what I can say, like I said, looks like things are definitely going to start changing. You're going to start feeling some shifts, especially as it relates to your professional, your career, your business, your work. The first week of September is going to be, all about change. Changes that affect every aspect of your life, but also you having to become aware about, kind of being in your own way. There's nothing that is holding you back from what it is that you want, especially as it relates to money, other than it could be some things, some habits, some thought patterns, some behaviors, maybe some ideas that you keep kind of falling back on that are limiting. And I see that very clearly here. But the good thing is that you're doing all the right things here. You're showing up, you're doing what you got to do. You're making good decisions. You are seeing some positive changes. Like it's happening. Things are shifting. Things are growing. Things are moving forward. You're also very careful about who you're allowing in your inner circle. It looks like here with the King of Swords that you may have had to cut some people off. You may have had to end some relationships or some personal connections because they were not serving you in some way, especially as it relates to work, especially as it relates to money. Now, the good thing is that once we move through this first week of September, you are going to be getting some help. Someone or something is going to be showing up for you, making an offer to give you some type of assistance because they clearly see that you need the help. It's not like what you're doing is invisible, and it's not like you're suffering alone or in silence either. I just want you to know that, Gemini, there is help on the way. The other thing I'm getting from this too is that you have to be very, very clear about why you do what you do. There's something going on. It's like this inner battle that I'm feeling that you're dealing with. It's like you know what you want to do, you know the direction you want to go, and you even know the steps you need to take. But there's something in you. There's something, either insecurity, maybe a lack of confidence, maybe fear even, that keeps pulling you back and keeps creating these blocks that are not, I mean, it's, the blocks are there because you think they're there, but really you can bulldoze your way through them, if and when you're ready and if and when you decide to. So let's continue on, Gemini, and see what else shows up for you. But I can say that the first week of September is going to be interesting because not only do you have changes, but you also have support. And you also have I want to say it looks like you have more like more things showing up, more things coming. That's what I'm getting, is more is coming, more is coming. All right. Okay, so what do we need to know for the sign of Gemini as it relates to money, wealth, finances, prosperity, and abundance? For the month of September 2020. Okay. All right, so you're gonna have to keep working, Gemini. You're gonna have to keep plugging along because things are still not complete. The cycle is not complete. The project is not complete. There's still some things undone. There's still some things that are not fully solidified just yet as it relates to the bigger plan or the bigger picture. Now, as this relates to your money, it's saying that you need to keep doing the work. You may not necessarily see your results right away, but that doesn't mean you slow down. That doesn't mean you stop working. That doesn't mean you get frustrated, annoyed, or give up, okay? The world in the reverse also talks about disruption in the system, a disruption in the pattern. Now, the other thing about the World card too is this is one of my favorite cards because it talks about travel, but in this sense, I'm feeling like it's not travel related. I'm really feeling like it's a disruption in the system. It's the non-completion of a cycle, the unfinished business of a project or something that was put in motion, and then for some reason things are just kind of frozen. They're not moving forward, they're not moving ahead, things are not progressing, and so you're gonna have to make a choice about whether or not you continue on with this. I think, Gemini, you're probably struggling with this right now. You're feeling like, should I keep going? Should I keep putting time and energy into this? Should I keep moving forward when I'm not seeing anything? I'm getting frustrated, discouraged, maybe even just a little bit tired, tired of going through the cycles. I have to say, Gemini, you do need to keep going, and you're going to start seeing things move in a very interesting way, and it's going to be because of you. Now, I see the High Priestess here in the reverse. The High Priestess in the reverse talks about you disconnecting from your own inner guidance, your own inner tuition. Also, maybe you're feeling like you just don't know what to do next. But we have the Magician. This is very positive. The Magician talks about you being the alchemist of your own life, maybe the alchemist of your business and your financial life. You have everything you need in order to create the wealth and the money flow and the abundance that you truly desire. There is nothing holding you back. There is nothing stopping you from, going for the gold, getting what you want, enjoying, what you do in the process. So just know that you may feel a little bit, up and down here and there. There's going to be some back and forth. There's going to be some, feeling like you want to give up should you continue. But please do. Please do. It's going to prove that it's worth it. Especially once we move into the second week of September, because like I said, you're going to be it's like something's going to tip. It's like you're going to get to that tipping point where what you do and what you have been doing finally creates this monumental shift in the results that you get. And once you get to that point, as the magician, you're going to see that everything really comes together in a very impressive and a very unexpected way, even. Okay, so while you may be feeling a little ho-hum and a little discouraged, I want to encourage you, Gemini, to keep going, keep plugging along. Okay, so let's go ahead and clarify. And see what else shows up. Okay. For the sign of Gemini, as it relates to money, wealth, finances, prosperity, and abundance. For the month of September 2020. Okay, as we move into the second half of September, Gemini, I can tell you that things will start going, and things will probably, it's like you're going to get results, but you're probably not going to get exactly the results you want. But that's okay, because you're going to be enlightened in some way. You're going to get some more information. You're going to, some things are going to be revealed that's going to allow you to kind of rework your plan, okay? We have the Empress upright, Ace of Pentacles, Hangman, Moon in reverse, Page of Swords upright, then we have the King of Pentacles in the reverse. Now, the Empress in the upright talks about the birth of a new project, going in a new direction. This is really, really good. If you're looking for a job, means that you could be starting a new job very soon. This is also a good card if you are beginning a new project, a new business. It looks like things are going to start really manifesting, really start gestating, growing, progressing, maturing, all of those things that you really want when you're starting something new, especially something money related. Now, the only thing I can tell you, though, is we have this Ace of Pentacles in the reverse, and the Ace of Pentacles in the reverse says that you are probably going to make money, but it's not going to be the amount of money that you would like or the amount of money that you're expecting right away. Now, this is only temporary because, this is the phase that you're in. It doesn't mean you're never going to make a lot of money. It just means the timing right now means, revenue could be slow, growth could be a little bit stalled, profits may not come in as quickly as you would like them to, okay? So you just need to be aware of that. Now, the other good thing is we have the Hangman and the Moon in the reverse. These two cards in the reverse position are very, very positive. The Hangman means you're no longer stuck. It means you're no longer feeling like you don't know which way to turn or you don't know which way to go. It means that you are bravely moving forward in a direction. You don't know if it's the right move or not, but you're having the courage to make the move. The Moon talks about, in the reverse position, talks about things just really being revealed to you in a very enlightening, positive, nourishing way. You may have had some maybe some insecurities, or maybe excuse me, maybe just not knowing what to do, but the Moon talks about hidden information being revealed. Okay, this is very, very good. We also have the Page of Swords, which means you're going to get some news, some information. It's something that's going to be stopped, discontinued, cut off, removed, but this is going to be positive, okay? So don't fear it. Just keep your eyes and your ears open, because this is going to be something that benefits you both now and in the future. Finally, we have the King of Pentacles here. Now, the King of Pentacles is all about financial literacy and also taking your time to research any investments before you make a move. He's very smart. He's a very much a methodical player when it comes to money, when it comes to investments, finance. So, take your time, do your research. Don't be hasty when you're making a money decision, especially in this third week of September. Okay, Gemini. Let's see what else shows up for you. As it relates to money, wealth, finances, prosperity, and abundance for the month of September 2020. All right, Gemini. All right, so you've got the Two of Swords here again. Remember, we saw her up here, or him. So that means you're still going to be making some decisions, especially as we close out the month of September. Looks like you're going to have a lot of things being, or I should say at least a couple options presented to you as it relates to your money and to your work once we hit this last week or this last portion of September. I can say that because we have the Four of Cups here in the upright. It means you're going to be presented with something. It may not necessarily be your first choice. It may not be the thing that you were hoping for. And you're going to have to decide, do I take it? Do I settle? Or do I hold out exactly for what I want? Now, I think that's going to be kind of a recurring theme as we move towards the end of September, because you've got all the cards that talk about multiple choices, kind of weighing one option over the other. We got that with the Two of Pentacles here and also the Two of Swords. Then we have the Queen of Swords, and then we have the Four of Wands. Now these two cards here, those are the cards I'm talking about that have choices, that you have choices, options are up in the air. You're weighing one decision, you're weighing the pros and cons of something, especially as it relates to your money. Now sometimes this is sometimes it feels disempowering because you have several options and not all of them or any of them may not resonate with you in any way, but you have to make a decision anyway. That's what I'm getting from this here. It's like, it may not feel like it's ideal and it may not feel like it's the perfect solution, but you're going to have to make a decision either way. And so when you're in that position, all you can do is do the best that you can with what you have and then decide that somehow, some way, this is going to benefit me. What I'm doing, what actions I'm taking, what I'm believing, what I'm thinking, what I'm, really working towards. This is something that's going to benefit me somehow because everything works out for your greater good, Gemini. You have to remember that. And I think you're going to have to really remember that, especially when we get towards the end of September. Now, the Queen of Swords here talks about hesitation. The other thing about the Queen of Swords in the reverse is she is someone who knows that she needs to cut something out or remove something, but she hesitates. And it's not because she doesn't know, but it's because she's worried about the other things surrounding that decision. It's like she's trying to take into account, if I, quit this job, how is that going to affect my family or the other areas of my life? Or if I start this business, am I going to be okay? Is it going to make money? There's all these thoughts swirling around, and I have a feeling, Gemini, that's kind of where you're going to be once we close out September. Now, the good thing is that we have the Four of Wands here in the reverse, and this talks about things not necessarily starting until you're ready for them to start, and maybe you're just not ready, and that's okay. Maybe you are looking for a new job. Maybe you're looking to start a business. Maybe you're looking to invest, but you're still not so sure about whether or not how you're going to make that happen, or if the timing is right, or if you're really in the position to do that right now. Okay, so when you look at the bigger picture of something being placed on hold or something being not necessarily clear as to what your next step should be, it's okay to kind of step back and see what happens. Give things time. Allow yourself space and freedom to just be and not have to take any action. I feel like I want to pull one more card. I don't know. I'm feeling like there's something else, Gemini, that we need to know. Okay. Two of Cups. Yes. So September is about really taking thoughtful action, mindful action, because there's going to be a really solid partnership. There's going to be the coming together of something or somebody's or people or businesses, whatever. So be comfortable with in the space of not doing anything. I guess that's the best way for me to say it. And I can say that because very soon, probably once we hit the beginning of October, there's going to be a divine connection in some way. And you don't want to be all tangled up with something else. So you're not available for this connection when it shows up. And this connection is going to be right. This connection is going to be good. This is the connection that's going to be profitable for you. So overall, Gemini, things are kind of here and there, up and down, slow and steady. But when all is said and done, your September turns out to be pretty solid. You're making progress, you're making moves, and you're also taking your time to really evaluate and make some good decisions. And, take your time, because it looks like there is going to be a really good connection, a really good coming together of something that's going to benefit you in more than one way. All right, so let's go ahead and close out your reading, Gemini, with a magical message from the fairies. All right, so you got emotional healing. As your heart heals of old emotional pain, you receive new blessings and love. That's a really pretty picture. But I do feel this. I truly feel this. You receive new blessings and love. That's what I feel that this is here. And maybe that's what September is about for you, Gemini. It's about your heart healing of old emotional pain. Excuse me. Is that what you're holding on to here? Is that what you're working through emotionally, intuitively, spiritually? So I think this is something good to remember and to keep in mind for the month of September, Gemini. I hope you enjoyed this reading. I hope it was helpful. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, observations, drop them down below. I'd love to read your comments and your feedback. And I want to thank you, Gemini, for spending this time with me. And we'll definitely do it all again next month.